You're listening to the 49 Carats Podcast, a 49ers Goldmine production with Stephanie Sanchez.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the 49 Carats Podcast. I'm your host, Steph. We got a triple feature coming for you today, starting with the first video. It's a prospect spotlight with Boston College safety Jaiden Woodbey. How are you doing today, Jaiden?
Doing pretty good. How about you?
Not too bad myself. Make sure you guys hit that like button for Jaiden, by the way. Let's get right into it. You started your collegiate career at Florida State after having a number of offers from, different schools. Tell us what led you to Florida State and what did you feel like, and why did you feel like it was time for you to move on after 3 seasons?
I mean, what originally led me to Florida State was that was really my brother's favorite school. So I really went because, that was his favorite school. And, I left my mark there, did what I needed to do. I was one of the only non-true freshmen to ever, start a full season there. So that was pretty cool. And then, being a freshman All-American and everything. I really enjoyed my time there. But really what made me leave and what made me just go to a new school is I just wanted a new start. I went through multiple position changes, multiple coaching changes, and, multiple injuries. So I just wanted a fresh start just to finish off my college career.
Yeah, speaking of injuries, I know the sophomore season you suffered that very scary injury that, kept you out most of that season, followed then by the dreaded COVID year, right? So what was your mindset through those 2 years and how did you manage to stay positive through it all?
Man, honestly, I had a goal, and the goal is to, play at the next level. So, no matter what obstacle was in front of me, I wasn't going to let it hinder my process. And, I went through a lot of adversity throughout those 2 years. But one of the main things that I just kept telling myself is at the end of the day, nobody cares. Your goal is your goal, and you have to get through it, and you have to, achieve that goal no matter what it takes. So that was one thing that just kept me going.
All right. Yeah, that nobody cares mentality. It's that's harsh, but at the end of the day, it is kind of true. So you kind of got to just focus on what you got going on and nothing else matters even for you, right? You just work on your goals. That makes sense. And it makes sense why you'd want to change the scenery after having gone through all that. I totally get it. What was it about Boston College that, you sort of gravitated to and you felt was the right fit for you?
I mean, NFL coaching staff, from every position and every level on defense, why would I not want to surround myself with those kind of people? And, it was a no-brainer. I knew going there, I would get the knowledge, the connections and all of that, just being at that school. And it allowed me to be in the position that I'm in today.
And you did finish pretty strong. You had a career 131 total tackles, 2 interceptions, 5 pass breakups. Was there a year where you felt like you really hit a stride and the game started to slow down for you?
Yeah, for sure. 2021, that was definitely one of my favorite years, just getting 2 interceptions and getting my hands on the ball a good amount of times. So, I was very excited, with that season, and I knew what it can do for me.
Do you feel like that having that weird COVID year gave you the opportunity to maybe work on some things that maybe you wouldn't have normally had the time to do? And maybe do you feel like that's why 2021 you kind of hit that stride or what was that about?
I think honestly, just from 2020, coming off of a major knee injury, a lot of people don't really know what goes on that following year after, a catastrophic knee injury like that.
Right.
So just me being able to play 2020 on that knee injury and then 2021, me being able to come back and just, keep my stride going and just get better. I feel like that's what helped me a lot that year.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, you didn't let the mental aspect of it impact you. And so you did mention you did play in a number of different schemes. I feel like that's a good thing, right? I know,
Yeah.
it must be frustrating year to year to play in these different schemes, but I'm sure at the end of the day you're kind of grateful for it. and you've looked pretty comfortable in all of them. Is there a specific scheme that you feel fits your skill set the best?
Honestly, I think it was a blessing and a curse in the sense of playing multiple positions and not really having like a solid fit. But I think it was a blessing in the sense of I show that I can play in any scheme and do well and thrive in it. And then if you give me years to actually play in it, you see how much better and how more comfortable I can be in the scheme. So just going from 4-2-5 cover four scheme my freshman year to a 3-4 inside linebacker scheme my sophomore year, back to a 4-2-5 when we playing safety my redshirt sophomore year, and then to a 4-3 and 4-2-5 multiple cover three defense my last 2 years. It just allowed me to just show my versatility. So I think whatever scheme you put me in, I'm one of those athletes where you can just put them in any type of scheme and they'll play. And I think that's what makes me very valuable as well, because not a lot of people can say that they're good at all these different types of schemes.
Right. And I'm sure you feel like you still haven't really gotten the chance to play in one scheme enough times to really like have it like we were talking about the fact that the game starts to slow down. Well, you've played in several different schemes, so I'm sure you still feel like there's another level to that you could still reach, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you if you were in a scheme for 2 years, 3 years more, like you would just continue to get better. Do you kind of feel that way?
Yeah, I definitely feel that way, and I just think that once I get to the next level, whatever team drafts me, they'll notice that, and they'll see how fast and how quick I pick up any defensive scheme, whatever they throw at me, and just as I develop throughout the years, I think I know I'll be an instant impact for whatever team.
Yeah, so you definitely haven't hit your ceiling yet. And you were invited to the Shrine Bowl. Congrats on that, by the way.
Thank you.
Um, After all of the ups and downs that you faced in college, how did it feel to get that invite?
No, it felt good. It felt good, and I was grateful that I was able to participate in such a prestigious game, and just to be under the Patriots coaching staff that whole week. I felt like it was very insightful, and it just gave me a reminder, like, man, this is what I can do, and I'm more than ready for this stage and for this level. So I was glad that I was able to go out there that week and just compete against some really good competition, especially in front of NFL coaches and scouts.
You did mention that one of the things that drew you to Boston College was the NFL coaching, right? So do you feel like when you got to the Shrine Bowl that you didn't have to make too much of an adjustment there? Like you were kind of already in your element?
Yeah. It was no adjustment at all. Especially like from the playbook. When I was at BC, we didn't have a playbook. They just wrote everything on the board, and then we just went through PowerPoints and everything, and we created the playbook through our notes. So that was similar to what we did that week, and it was so easy for me to pick up the playbook. Like I think I had everything down packed on the second day. They only gave us about like maybe 12 plays, so it was cool.
Yeah, they'll definitely be a plus for any team that drafts you for sure. You've played against guys who are in the NFL today, right? Like there's
Hmm.
there's a clip I saw of you chasing down Amon-Ra St. Brown to
Hmm.
save a touchdown. Is there any receiver in the NFL that you're looking forward to playing against, either from a revenge perspective because like you've played them before, or a respect perspective, like lightweight fanboying a little bit? Have you thought about that before?
I mean, honestly, it really doesn't matter. Once I get to that next level, I know that everybody's there for a reason. So I'm just excited to just play against them all.
Yeah, I like that mindset. It's like
Yeah.
once I'm here, I'm an NFL player too. So it's
Yeah.
whatever. I know. I like that mindset. Well, there are so many different kind of safeties in the NFL.
Hmm.
Which ones have you watched or just have tried to model your game after?
So three players automatically that come to my mind. The first one would be Kevin Beard, safety for the Titans. Just the impacts in the box safety. The second player that comes to mind is Matt Milano, and the reason that I have him on my list too is just because he was a safety convert to linebacker, and in today's game, I mean, pretty much every linebacker had played safety,
Mhm.
and every safety has to be some type of hybrid, whether they're like a hybrid safety nickel, safety corner, or safety linebacker. And depending on what scheme you go to, you're going to fit whatever mold. And, I think Matt Milano, when he went to the Bills, he was more like a safety linebacker. And he's able to cover tight ends and cover running backs and blitz and be great in zone. And I think that that's one of the great things that I'm good at too, mimicking his game. Then the third person will be Quincy Williams. Okay. He was a safety converted linebacker as well, and he's on the Jets right now. But similar, he's about, I think, like 5'11", 220. I'm 6'1", 220, and I feel like we all have similar characteristics and traits. So yeah.
I did see some comps to you to Matt Milano, so I think that connection makes sense. So at the next level, you're trying to be more of a linebacker, right? Is that kind of how you're marketing yourself to teams?
Honestly, I can play safety in certain schemes. I can play linebacker in certain schemes. And I think that my ability to fluctuate weight so quickly allows me to do that as well. Like for the East-West Shrine game, I got up to like 234, and now I'm back to 220. And it's healthy too. Yeah, so it's a healthy weight fluctuation too. So I think that that's a skill, like a unspoken skill that I have. I'm able to like really adapt to whatever.
Yeah, that's really impressive. I mean, was that a goal of yours to like bulk up and then like lose it again? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know for like preparing for pro day, it's all that speed stuff. You got to test well on those. So it makes sense. You want to get your weight back down so you can run your fastest. I saw you're trying to run a 4.5. Is that still the goal? You think you could squeeze a little millisecond or two off?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, 4.5 is definitely achievable. The main goal is to try and get 4.4. That's what I've been wanting to hit since I was a kid. So if I can do that, I'll be more than satisfied. But right now I'm projected to run 4.5, but I hope to get a 4.4.
And what has the training been like for you so far? How's that going?
Man, speed. Like really. I mean, that's what the game comes down to now. So just been working on that, working on short area quickness, 5-10-5 L cone. I think that those drills actually do matter. How fast are you able to change direction and move quick? A lot of people can have linear speed, but like, are you able to change direction and still be fast? So,
right.
I'm excited to put up great numbers for all of those.
Yeah. Teams definitely look at that stuff too. And your pro day is next Friday, March 24th, correct?
Yeah.
All right, just so everyone knows, we're gonna be checking Twitter. We're gonna be checking the results and all that.
Yeah.
But the combine, it happened a couple weeks ago. Does it give you a little extra juice to prove yourself and try to beat some of those times you saw the safeties or even the linebackers run out there since you were snubbed out of an invite?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there was no reason why I shouldn't have been there. No matter what anybody says, no matter what scout, coach, player, whatever says, like there's no reason why I shouldn't have been there. I'm one of the best players in this draft, and my tape and my numbers and just who I am as a person and as an athlete, they all show. So I was definitely salty. It stung a little bit just knowing, that was something that I never thought I would have not been a part of, as a kid. Right. So, it's definitely fuel to the fire.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that'll help when it comes to your pro day. I'm sure you've had a chance to meet with several teams at this point. What's been their feedback for you? Are you kind of hearing similar things from them?
Yeah. Just a really good player. Is he a safety or is he a linebacker? Just looking forward to seeing his pro day, looking at his numbers, see what he does, and then that'll tell us more about where we're gonna put him on our team. So, like those are all of the things that every team has been talking to me about.
And you let me know, you did meet with the 49ers. How did you feel that meeting went?
I think it went well. I have a formal interview with them during my pro day as well. So I don't know if it's going to be before, during, or after. So.
All right. Well, good luck. Hopefully that goes well. Fingers crossed for you. I know the 49ers and I know other teams as well. It seems like that a lot of teams are looking for like the converts and like almost like a hybrid. Do you feel like that's where the game is sort of going for on defense, guys that could kind of do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. I think
Yeah,
so.
I
And
definitely see that too. Yeah.
yeah, I think that that it's just gonna be like a fluid type of game now. You know, you have to be able to
Mm-hmm.
play multiple spots. I mean, just being able, just putting yourself in one box, I don't think that it's gonna be beneficial anymore. You know, it's only like certain positions. You know, like corner and quarterback. You know, like
Yeah.
other than that, every other position you got to be able to play multiple things.
Yeah.
You know, so
Positionalist football.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's really what it's coming down to.
Yeah, but that it seems like that's kind of favoring you right now. You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
you have that versatility. So, Jaiden, this has been a lot of fun. I have one more question for you before I let you get out of here. I like to end all my interviews with this question: what is a team? What is a fan base getting with Jaiden Woodbey, both on and off the field?
Man, you're gonna get a player and a man that's just gonna bring great things to whatever organization that he goes to. You know, he's gonna get the respect and the trust of his team as soon as he gets there. He's gonna make the locker room better, the team better, no matter what he does. You know, a vocal player, a player who's gonna, you know, be a servant leader. You know, gonna help on and off the field and help make plays and impact the team in ways that you know that they knew and ways that they didn't know as well. So you just gonna get the full package with me. You know, everything that you want in a perfect player. You know, I think that I'm gonna bring that to whatever team I go to.
I love that, and I'm sure the fans of whatever team drafts you, if they come across this video, they're gonna love that answer as well. Jaiden, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me today, letting us get to know you. Good luck on your pro day. Good luck on the draft process and beyond. Like I said, we're gonna be following along. I'm gonna be checking Twitter. I'm gonna be checking the results and all that.
Yep, man. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you. And thanks to those who tuned in. If you enjoyed this interview, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. There will be plenty more content like this to come. In fact, I have another prospect spotlight interview at the top of the hour after this with Jeremy Lucian. So make sure you guys tune into that as well. But for now, have a good rest of your Wednesday evening, folks. Peace.